Well, right now, a Milwaukee teenager is missing. Joniah Walker is 15 years old. Her mother telling us that she's been missing since June 3rd. Her picture is pulled up on your screen here. Joniah was last seen near East Reservoir Avenue and North Hubbard Street. That's on the east side of the city. Now, her mother says her daughter suffers from depression and PTSD and is likely in a vulnerable state. If you have any information on where Joniah could be, call Milwaukee Police.
A Milwaukee mother is continuing to search for her 15-year-old daughter who has been missing for 8 months. The teen was last seen about 2:30 p.m. June 23, 2022 at an intersection near their neighborhood. Her mother, Tanisha Howard, has gotten help from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. However, their local authorities refuse to acknowledge the teen's disappearance as critical missing. All in all, they claim the investigation is still open and ongoing. And today, they are looking for leads in hopes to find the 15-year-old young girl. Joniah Walker is a 15-year-old girl who lives in Milwaukee. Her mother described her as a very simple girl. She loves to read, bake from scratch, and she enjoys spending time with animals. On June 23, 2022, the day she went missing, Joniah was supposed to be picked up from her house at 4 p.m. by her father to get a works permit. Her mother was at work and the two exchanged text messages earlier in the afternoon. Later, when her mother had called to check that Joniah had gone with her father, the teen's phone went straight to voicemail. She called Joniah's father, who said he had gone to the house and their daughter was not there. He too had tried to call her, and it went straight to voicemail. The teen's mother and her family began searching for her and reported her missing.
Well, Joniah's mom says that everything was fine that day. They spoke a few times by phone, and then later on that afternoon, when her parents tried to reach Joniah, there was no answer. And so right away, they knew something was wrong.
A neighbor's Ring camera captured footage of Joniah leaving the house wearing a green Adidas shirt and carrying a large backpack. Phone records later showed that Joniah tried to make a call to her therapist at about 3:27 p.m. and she also sent her therapist a text message later that night indicating that she ran away from home.
Then, when they checked the surveillance footage, it showed that Joniah had changed clothes from earlier in the day, and she had this big backpack with her, and she just walked away out into the woods.
The backpack is interesting. Could this be a sign that this was planned in advance?
Well, Mom says she's not familiar with that backpack at all. She does say that Joniah received a big box in the mail a couple of weeks before all this. And when she asked Joniah about that, Joniah basically said she had ordered a bag and that she was going to use that for camping.
In general, children believed to be runaways by police receive less attention from law enforcement and media than children who were abducted, which happened in this case. In an earlier interview, District 5 Lieutenant Andrew told the local news an officer is monitoring the case and that Joniah did not meet the criteria for a critical missing status. Although her mother said her daughter had a documented history of depression and PTSD, that still wasn't enough for her local authorities. A month after she went missing, her mother teamed up with the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. The company released an urgent alert on its social media platforms. The center even produced a video featuring a message from Joniah's mother to her.
Joniah, call me. Call your dad. Let us know that you're safe. Call Sean. Call Ashanti. Call someone. Let us know that you're safe.
The vice president of the organization also spoke out about Joniah's case and other missing children. He made it clear that the Center of Missing and Exploited Children removed the word runaway from its missing posters a decade ago. He stated even though it may look on surface that a child left their home under their own power, under their own 2 feet, they may have left it under false pretenses. The bottom line is that the child is not where they're supposed to be. He urged the public to share Joniah's photo and help bring her home.
So what's the theory here? Where do investigators think she might be?
Well, nobody really knows. First of all, Joniah's mom says that she is a good kid. She has never run away from home before. She's never left like this. It is possible that she's been talking online to strangers. And if that's the case, that she left home to meet up with one of these people, the scenario is not looking good. What we do know is that the FBI has now started to investigate just this week. And so her parents are feeling very positive about that.
You know, speaking of which, how's her family holding up?
Well, they say they're just taking it day by day. It's now been 7 weeks since she disappeared. They are really holding out hope that OP Nation will take this case and give it the attention that it deserves, because nobody knows where she could be right now.
At this time, no further information was given on this case. Joniah is 5'3" and weighs about 130 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information is asked to contact their local authorities or the National Center of Missing Children's hotline.